Hi guys, what is up? It's your boy, Roshi is here. Today we're taking a look at how I go about grinding solo dungeons in the Black Zone in Albion. As you can see, I'm right outside the gate. This is the portal that lets me go into the Black Zone. I'm in Lyndhurst City, and to find this place, let me just scroll in here. Inside the Lyndhurst City, in the northern part of the city, you can find this portal. It's just a big green portal on the map, and then I go through the portal and I'm in the Black Zone. Now, if you haven't gone through a portal yet, I recommend just picking whatever city you want to be your main city, and that'll be where you kind of do your launching into the Black Zone. That aside, what I'm doing here, I have a cool little spear build. I'm using the Heron Spear. This gives me some pretty good AoE. I was able to level it up a good bit, actually, using this guide, but you don't even need to have anything leveled up. It's perfectly fine just as the default. You can go in and be able to clear tier 5 and potentially even tier 6 monsters as long as you've got the Reaver skill for it. But what I've got here, I've got Life Leech, just giving me some life gain back. Spear Throw, just a ranged AoE stun, pretty sweet. Forest of Spears does a really good job. It's our highest damage skill. And then Lunging Strike, what this does, it gives you a stacking attack speed buff. And I'll kind of get into why this is kind of cool in a minute here. But as we stack this, we get more attack speed and more damage. So just cranking out more damage the more we use that ability. And then I've got a Torch, and this just gives me some cooldown reduction and attack speed bonus. Super cheap, really budget. You can pick these up for like 1 to 2k, tier 4, no problem. Spear's a little pricey, it's like 8k silver, but at the end of the day, that's really not too much. Then we've got the Cow. I just use this for some extra damage. Once again, this is just super cheap, but gives us extra damage, and actually gives us some extra damage and healing as a passive. So we got kind of a little self-sustain kind of thing going on here. Next up, I've got just a super budget chest piece. This gives me Bloodlust, which once again gives me more damage. This one just gives me healing actually, but gives us some healing, and for a bunch of hits, can just give you a lot of sustain in a dungeon and in PvP. Next up, we've got Balance Mind. Once again, just a passive that's giving us more healing and more damage, so we're happy to see that. And for the boots, just super basic. I'm increasing my toughness here and giving myself Wanderlust. This tends to be just, as far as all the movement abilities go, this one makes you move the farthest. These boots are like 700 silver. So as far as the armor goes and the offhand, this build is super cheap. You don't have to use the spear, it's just what I like. You can use whatever weapon you want, or even a two-hander. But for me, I like the spear, and it lets me make use of the torch, which is just super solid and cheap. Next up, I just have an Adept's Bag. This lets me just carry a ton of stuff. You don't really need it, but once again, it's just pretty cheap, so why not? And then this cape just gives us some little energy regen and some more max energy, which is convenient. Actually, just kind of optional. You don't need it. You could just skip it, and you could probably skip the bag too. And then for the food, I'm just using whatever the cheapest fish I can find that gives me health regen. And just some poison pots, just to get some extra damage on the bosses. Also, one of the cheapest tier 4 potions you can buy. So with this build, I'm able to consistently clear tier 5 and tier 6 dungeons. And basically what I do, let's just do it. Easier to show you while I do it. I'm going to go into the Black Zone. And while I'm here, I just have to let them know that, it's full PvP, and I understand that, and I sign all the waivers, and I'm okay with dying. So we're going to spawn in, and right off the bat, we're kind of have this little bubble of protection, and I click on this pot, and it's going to give me some invisibility, so I can make my way through the first zone in complete incognito mode, as they say. Don't ask me how I know what that term means. And we're just cruising through, and from here, I don't want to go into a dungeon in the first zone. I want to find a tier 5 zone where hopefully there's just less people. So you're probably better off like finding where you want to go before you go in. But I mean, we're invisible, so we can just take a second, zoom out, and like I said, I'm in Lyndhurst, but here's where I end up at. I'm right here. And here's all the tier 5 zones. So I'm just going to pick one of these. Let's go to High Tree Dale. And that's closest. And I'm going to go outside the initial portal zone because that just tends... You're going to have all kinds of people flying around. We don't want any of that. We're trying to avoid getting having anyone follow us in. Then from here we go to High Tree Dale. And I'm going to be looking for a blue dungeon. So I'm just going to... Or actually, I'm sorry, green. So I'm looking for one of these dungeons. This one right here would be a bad idea. Everyone's coming in and running past this, and they can see that you're in the dungeon, and people that like to PvP will follow you in. Now, if you like PvP, then, you know, feel free to let people do that and, you know, try and take your fights as you can. But I'm just looking for some easy money here. This one's also too close. It's just right on the path. We're gonna go deep. And while I'm cruising through, I'm going to keep an eye out for any yellow monsters, so they'll have like a yellow circle around them. And you'll see like gold glowing like chests and like tree logs and stuff. And those could potentially have some good items in them. So I'll let these monsters get off my back, and we're just going to go in. I don't see anyone around, so it looks like I made it in okay. And now we're in this cave. And one thing you can do is I can chill at the start and wait and see if someone follows me in. And if they do follow me in, I can just try and leave right away and then run away. But I'm kind of impatient, so I'm not going to wait. You decide how careful you want to be with this. It's entirely up to you. I'm a little greedy, so I'm just going to get started and start clearing. Another trick you can do is skip the path, just run by the first few monsters. And that'll maybe dissuade people from proceeding further into the dungeon. They'll think you're not there. But I'm not gonna even bother with that. We're just gonna clear this out. And now I'm just going through, and I'll just clear it the way I usually would. Just always try and dodge the AoE whenever you can. It's okay to lose some damage if it means not getting hit by these. And with my spear, I just clean these guys up super well. I have all of my settings set up so that I can, as soon as I click the ability, it just fires off. This isn't mandatory on most classes, but with the spear, I have a lot of abilities that are directional, and it's much quicker for me if I have it set that way. So now that I'm in the dungeon, I would eat my food, but I think I still have a food buff already, so I'm not going to eat the food since I already have one. But this is when I would go about eating the food. And I'm just going to focus fire these guys, go through. Just using my abilities off cooldown here. Trying not to pull any additional ads. And yeah, just clearing out. I got my Flurry of Spears is my one of my better sources of damage, so I was sad to see that get canceled there. But as you can see, thanks to the COD, I'm healing up super fast in between combat, and my cape gives me some energy regen. So in no time at all, I'm ready to go, and I'm just gonna kill this patrol. Looks like I pulled. Whatever. We'll just keep killing. And yeah, I'm just kind of cruising through. Since I have my Bloodlust up, I'll go ahead and use that, and I can use that to heal. And these little green pots, they'll give you like random buffs. Looks like this one's giving me energy regain, but there's all different kinds of buffs, and they're cool. When you have the chance to grab one, just grab it, because if you don't, the person that invades you might just grab it and come up and tickle you with it, so we definitely don't want that. So I'll just keep cruising through. And yeah, so this is just what a dungeon looks like. It's pretty chill. We just roll through, kill everything we see, D&D style. Leave no survivors. And yeah, here we go. Some little tree guys here. See if I can't just AoE them down nicely. And, nice. Flurry of Spears, just doing work here. Bloodlust keeping me topped off. Just keep cruising through. Here's a boss. Oops. In general, you're better off waiting till you have all your cooldowns, but I aggroed the boss, so we're just gonna fight him. If it seems like it's not going my way, I'll just run away. But, should be able to sustain through most of what he's doing. And now, if you, wanted to get a faster clear time, this is where we would go ahead and use one of our poisons. But I seem to be killing him just nicely. And I'll just save my poison for now. And I'm going to save my next Flurry of Spears for when I get Bloodlust here. As long as I dodge all of his attacks, it's pretty safe. And, yeah. Just kind of taking this guy down. Cool, we got him. So we get this chest. Give me the loot. What is this? This just gives me money, and I'm kind of... or fame. And I'm just gonna blow these right away. So that way, if someone kills me, they don't get my stuff. And, yeah. If you get any silver drops or fame drops, you're better... if you're wearing what you want to be leveling, you could save them and sell them, but... I'm trying to level up, so I'm just gonna blow these boys right away. Not risk them at all. And, yeah, we'll just keep cruising through. I left some money on the ground. Leave no money behind, as they say. Yeah, and these dungeons are just super chill, like, you're just cruising through... base rolling. I haven't done a huge amount of these, but for the most part, as long as you're pretty good about dodging, attacks and not getting hit by any abilities, you shouldn't have a problem. If it seems like you're gonna die, just pop Wanderlust and run away. And other than that, it's just you know, being careful and avoiding players. And if you keep your horse nearby at all times, you'll never really get ganked. There's not a huge amount of risk. And one of the cool things about this, you could be out here grinding like you know, mining or skinning or rocks or trees or whatever, but whenever I'm doing this, you know, I'm making some cash, making some silver, and I'm also leveling up my combat skills. So rather than, you know, spend time like grinding, maybe in the long run I'd make more money that way, but I'm able to get my combat skills up, and that'll make my PvE and PvP better. And while it might not be time effective of way of making money, I'm still getting money out of this, and enough to basically be able to do this indefinitely, because the build is so cheap. Even if I die and like leave all my stuff behind, it takes no effort for me to re-up and come back in. And if I get some fat loot out of a dungeon, I'll just leave. I'll go back to the town. I'm super close. It doesn't take long at all. I'll sell everything and I'll just come right back out, and just rinse, repeat, and boom. That's just your you've got your free farm fame on lock. Now, I just came through this room, so I have to wait for my abilities here. Definitely want to be getting good damage. And you'll see that I'm trying to just ignore this freaking lightning rock. You can kill them if you want, but I find them to be very annoying, so I just skip it. But, you know, play it how you want. If you're ever stuck on a mob, always remember that you can just skip ahead. Like, you're not obligated to kill every mob in the dungeon. So, if there's stuff giving you problems, just run by and they'll reset and you can just continue clearing from there. I I was able to knock that guy out pretty quickly, so maybe I should have killed the other ones just for the free fame and silver, but you do you, fam. Give them a taste of my Britney Spears here. Dodging that AoE nicely here. Hiya! And this game, like I said, it's just super chill. So as you see here, I have two options of which way to go. I kind of want to make sure I get all of the chests and stuff and get the most bang for my run, so I don't want to progress. I want to make sure I go down these side paths, and I actually don't know which is the side path, but if I find out this isn't the side path, I'll go back, because I want to get all the chests and all the goodies and kill all the bosses. And, you know, if I seem to have made it in safely, I want to make sure I get all the goodies. So that's what we'll do. Good little bloodlust fury here. So this guy's enraged right now, so I gotta take him out. You're always better off making sure you focus one down or another. I have some good AoE, but it's on a fairly decent cooldown, so if my AoE doesn't take them all down, I will make sure to focus fire and... Oops, just completely whiffed there. Focus fire and kill while I... And that way, if it seems like the fight's not going my way, if I've focused fired a few mobs down, I can run away, reset the fight, and just kill the mobs that are left over. Not even bothering to dodge that AoE since we just kind of had that on lock. So it looks like that side path back there was the side path. I'll keep pushing forward here. Yeah, based on what weapon you're using or how confident you are in pulling, you can feel free to do what I just did there, which is just, you know, minimizing how much time in the dungeon by just letting my AoE, like my best ability, hit multiple targets. It's pretty neat. So yeah, it looks like the path before was the side path, so I'm actually going to run back and see what was down that side path. It's not always safe to just blow your Wanderlust willy-nilly, but if someone runs into my face, then so be it. Still not 100% sure how that works. I know there was a change pretty recently that said, you know, after 90 seconds, no one can come into your dungeon. I don't know if that's true or not, because I know before it wasn't, so I'm just going to pretend like people could come in just to play it safe, but if that's not true, that's nice as well. So, looks like, yeah, this was a side boss. Would have been nice to have known that before, might have saved some time, but we'll just take him out. We will kill this man and take his stuff, as is our way. The good old sandbox strategy of, you're in my sandbox, so all your loot is mine. Oh boy. That electric circle really hurts, so we don't want to stand in that. Do not stand in the fire. Alright. Got a free little kill on that guy. And I'm glad we came back. Look at all this stuff. I don't even know what this is. I'm just going to take it all. I'll use this stuff. For all that silver. What is this? Nice little relic. So all these will just get sold on the market. And yeah, we'll just keep cruising. I got my Wanderlust back, so we'll pop that and just run back to where we were. We are running. As you can see, I'm like my stuff's just leveling up so quickly here. Looks like this is the boss. I'll let my poison come back here. And we will use one of our poison pots on the final. I think this is the last boss, so we'll use our poison pot on him. Use everything. Oops. Rough timing on that, but wanted to get my full damage, so I was a little greedy there. Dodging the electric, holy crap. Okay, so I got my butt kicked there. So we'll wait for our character to come back up again. Sometimes, you know, you die. It happens. That's a pretty interesting boss because he doesn't give us a lot of chance to stay close because of all of his AoE. So now that I kind of know what this boss is up to, I'm gonna switch my spear around a bit. This will give me some more attack range, and yeah, that should be enough to potentially get a kill here. And I'll just wait for my abilities to come back, and we'll just fight him again.
In life, you torture Albion. In death, you feed it. Oh, no.
Ooh, I canceled my spears there. That's not good. So I'm gonna reset this fight. Yeah, and you just run out of the room, and the boss goes away. But it's all part of the learning process. All right. And I'll go ahead and just engage him here.
You torture Albion. In death, you feed it.
Get my stacks up here. And with that, we were able to take down this boss in this dungeon, so pretty cool. Let's see what we got. Getting some stuff here. Just gonna move all this good stuff into my inventory. Got some coins, and we're just gonna use all these. And yeah, look at this, we got a few cows. I can't even use these yet, but you know what, cool. That's free stuff, it's stuff I didn't have, which obviously is stuff that I now have, and I'm happy to have. So from here, you can decide if you want to find another dungeon and do that, and like just keep stacking them, or you can do what I like to do, which is just, I'm just gonna go back to town, and I'll sell what I have, I'll repair my stuff, and maybe go have a snack and come right back or do whatever I want to do. I've found that breaking them up, I'm sure you have more time running back and forth, but at least this way, if I die on my way back, I never am too upset. So there's some enemies there. I'm gonna back off here. I see a chest that I kind of want to grab, so I want to position myself in a way where I can go for that chest. So there's more than one person here. So we're gonna run away. It's always more, even if it's in the opposite direction of where I want to go, you're always safer to just run away. And I'm kind of glad that those guys showed up, because I can kind of show off the rat strategy of just running away. We're not here to fight. If we happen to get in a fight, feel free to duke it out or do whatever you want. But you know, I just got all this money and did all this farming, and I'm not here for it. A lot of people cruising around here. They're trying to get me. We don't want no part of that, chat. Or whoever's watching. And here we go. I'll grab this. It's gonna make me invisible. And I'll have a nice leisurely stroll back to the portal. Alright, and with that, it looks like we've pretty much made it. Not really a whole lot that can go wrong from here. And we are back in town, so everything we just got, it's ours forever now. You can run in, sell it, bank it, you know, do whatever you're gonna do. Got some cool stuff here. Yeah. It looks like I made about 60k in my market, and then plus all those coins, and then I got a lot of level ups, so maybe not a huge amount of money, but it's all based on what drops you get, so you can have good runs, or worse runs, or, you know, and the more of these you do, the more likely you get those good drops. So just wanted to show off this build, show it in action, and if you guys like this content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching.